This podcast was produced on the land of the Wurundjeri people of the Kulin Nation.
Welcome to Australia.
Aussie, Aussie, Aussie.
This is kind of tragic.
Someone who is such a connoisseur of reality television.
The content is hideous.
So sorry about this. Oh my God.
This is The Cringe is Real, a reality TV recap podcast that probes the notion of the Australian culture cringe. I'm Sam Crimean and I cannot deadlift 190 kilos. Happy Survivor season. To kick things off, I'm joined by actor, writer, singer and silly sausage, Michelle Brasier. Michelle is known for her hilarious and moving 2023 comedy special Average Bear, and when she's not touring the world being funny on stage, you'll see her on screen with pals Auntie Donna or in hit shows such as Utopia, Thank God You're Here and Why You Like This. Australian Survivor Titans vs Rebels airs on 10 and 10 Play every Sunday to Tuesday, and I'll be recapping it each week with a special guest. Michelle Brasier, welcome to The Cringe is Real.
Thank you for having me, Sam.
It's so good to see you. So, what's got you cringing this week is my first question for you.
What has got me cringing? Honestly, well, a lot of you know what has got me really fucking cringing this week is like, and this is just off topic. This is just something that I am annoyed about. And this is like just sad boys. Just boys who are sad and you can't do anything about it. And you'd be like, hey, how you feeling? And they're like, ugh, yeah, I'm fine. And you're like, oh, okay. Like, are you going to a therapist? They're like, ugh, they can't help. I'm like,
oh my God.
Okay,
I feel like that's all of Gen Z you're talking about. It's like everyone I talk to, like under 30, they're just constantly sad and they don't want to do anything about it.
And like we're depressed, but in like a cool and fun way where we're making the
Exactly.
most of it.
We're working on it.
We're working on it. Don't just give up just because the world is on fire and you have no future. Get over it.
Oh, this one is like way too real for me this week. I'm so with you on that.
It's too much. Shut up.
Speaking of sad boys, we need to talk about the Traitors UK season 2.
Oh.
I've been obsessed with your pod with Smitty. I'm loving it. Loving the commentary. Let's just get into Diane. I think she's the breakout star of the year. It's February, but I think she won 2024.
She did. She is the new British personality. It's crazy.
Make her Prime Minister.
They should make her Prime Minister. I think that would fix everything.
And spoiler warning, if you haven't seen it yet, skip ahead. But Harry, what the fuck? That last episode, my jaw was like on the floor.
I was furious. Well, did you see the end of season 1 in Australia where, again, spoilers, but there was Traitors. Have you seen Australian Traitors?
Yeah, I've seen both the Australian ones. We've covered it on the show, actually. And
of course.
Sam, when he has a little tantrum at the end, love
and he's like, I deserve this. And it was like this is you're a sad boy. This is exactly what you deserve. You're being a little bitch and a woman took it away from you and fucking sucked in. I felt bad for the other traitor. But fuck that guy.
The chubby guy that was like,
guy.
Yeah.
I know. He was like, I'm trying my best and I shouldn't have trusted this boy. But because like we ended up looking him up at the end and he was like trying, and he hadn't mentioned it on the show or it hadn't made the edit, but he was like trying to raise money for like his sick kid or something like that. And I was like,
no.
Why didn't you
lead now I know
with
that.
this? But maybe they edited it out because he did not win and it was too sad.
Maybe. But
anyways,
that guy,
fucking Harry.
When Sam didn't win, it was so satisfying. But then when Harry does win, I
felt deflated. Like I was like, oh, there's no God. I felt like a Gen Z.
I wanted to give Molly the biggest hug. She's so stunning.
I know.
She will never trust men ever again.
No.
And for good reason.
He should pay for her therapy for the rest of her fucking life. And if she is not queer, she is in trouble.
Yeah.
Her relationships will never be good with men.
And Claudia just living for the whole thing. It's like, yep, Harry, you did it. You deserve it. Let's toast to you.
Yeah, you are amazing. Because he's the same age as her son. And so she's like, you did it, kid.
Yeah. She's into it.
But I loved how much she like clearly hated Zach. Anyway, very fun.
Her opinions were very known.
When they kept recruiting men, I know, but she was like, I have opinions on this. She was like, oh, another man, like the olden days. It
That
was
was
so good.
heaven. So
Like,
good,
go
so
get
good. Are
him.
you watching the US one with Alan Cumming, who does not as
Oh,
good a job as her?
I love Ellen Cumming, and I have not watched the American Traitors just because
So
the Americanness of it is
I
it's
love
so,
Alan
it
Cumming
feels very
too, but
overused.
he's rubbish on that show. But I feel
Is
like
he?
they're
It
because
won't be his fault.
it's not. They're getting him to camp it up too much, and I feel like it's distracting. It's not genuine.
Yes. Well, what I
Mm.
find beautiful about the British one is that the host is incredibly camp and everybody else is incredibly plain. And I think that's important.
Yes.
I think everybody needs to be just a regular girl from next door. Like
Oh,
it's
totally.
just that's the joy of it. The
It
famous
doesn't
people
work with
thing in
celebs.
America.
And
No,
they're not
I
even,
hate
I mean,
that.
they're all people from like Big Brother like 15 years ago and stuff. And I'm like,
Yeah,
I don't
it's
know who
not
you are.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you're gonna go celebs, you put Beyonce in that house and you let me know how she votes. That's what I want.
Exactly.
Like, go
Let's
the
get on
real.
to Aussie Survivor. What's
Okay.
your familiarity with this series?
Okay, so my best friends James and Max, we used to live together and they used to watch Survivor, and I would sometimes watch it if I was home in time from uni to watch it. But that's my entire understanding of Survivor. So I've played it. I had a friend who like used to every
Oh,
year on his birthday have a Survivor birthday party. So I had to learn
that's
the
camp.
rules for the it was really fun. We wore costumes, it was good fun.
How
But
far
like
did you
yeah.
get?
I always like went well, and we also had to come as like a character. So like you had to stay in
Oh,
character
fun,
for the
fun,
whole
fun, fun, fun.
thing, and like
Oh, that would
that
be
was really
really
fun.
fun.
But because of that, I sort of started watching Survivor, and I was like, well, there's no like no one's doing a character. What's this?
I feel like there's some people on this show that are doing characters, but we'll get into that.
That is
Um,
true.
so the Australian version is currently sort of like having a moment.
Everyone
All
loves
the
it.
American Survivor fans are loving it. Like everyone's jumping over. Daddy JLP
Yeah,
is like the new dad. It's
he's so good. He's
he's
really
good.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like the way he like winks. I was like, I'm
Oh,
sorry. What?
the
I'm sorry.
guns are just
What?
always on
For
point.
free? Just for free? It's crazy.
And the first week, like normally it takes a little while to heat up. I'm not gonna lie.
Mm.
But this year, it's like we're out the gates. There's a blindsides.
Blindside's
There's
at the
oh,
wazoo.
it's crazy. So
Yeah.
I'm so excited to get into it with you. The first episode is called "We've All Seen This Movie." So they're doing
Okay.
episode titles this year, which is great.
That's fun.
And that's fine. They haven't been, and they're back. So welcome back. We start with this super dramatic intro, of course. All of the Titans are like on a barge, just like in the middle of the ocean, kind of staring around, being
Yes.
iconic and epic.
Being
And
strong,
then,
being
dun dun
Triton.
dun, in come
Pirates.
the
Rebel pirates.
rebel pirates on little boats,
Circling. Oh my
circling
God.
the barge, doing little like eyes, and Kelly sticks her tongue out, which is like
Kelly
wow.
sticking her tongue out. That I'll never forget that. That was beautiful.
Not the most annoying thing she does this week, but
my
it's a good
God.
start.
And is she the
We've-
one that's a psychologist?
Yes.
I
The
was like,
secret psychologist.
what?
Shh, don't tell anyone.
Oh my God.
she's
what
batch-
the
she's
fuck
Jats
are you
crackers.
talking? It's
Mm.
giving like not qualified. It's like it's giving
I've
like
seen some
school
people on Twitter.
counselor.
Exactly. I've seen some people on Twitter being like, I want to see the papers. And I'm like,
Yes. Like I don't think you
Yes.
get people. I don't think that's your thing that
No.
you get. But
I
okay.
know. We first meet Viola, and I don't know if you've heard, but she can deadlift 190 kilos.
I've heard.
And she
I've
is
heard.
a
I know.
queen. She is a queen. She's been told that she's just a girl many times. And in her culture,
Classic.
that means cooking and cleaning. But
Mhm.
she's not your average girl. She is going to be called Queen V this season.
Yeah, and
That's
I actually
her-
love that.
She's great. I love just self-branding from the start. You got to
Yeah.
do that on this show.
Yeah, she's made a choice. She's just gone, you know what? I'm this. Fucking let's go. And it was really
Let's
good.
do it.
Yeah.
We meet Charles, who's a lawyer, and he's like, people hate lawyers until they like one saves their ass. And I'm like, okay,
Ugh.
mate. Like,
Shut
come on. How many
up.
people have you like fucking fucked
Helped.
over? Like,
Yeah. Well, yeah, exactly. Like, what are you doing? Like, oh, you think you're helping? Fucking hell. You're so important. You play dress up when you
Yeah.
go to your little court. Shut up.
And he's in socks and sandals. There's a lot of Crocs I've noticed this season.
A lot of
So
Crocs.
it's like
There's some platform Crocs, and that is my signature shoe.
fashion.
And there's some
We
platform
love.
Crocs in there, and I'm into those. And you can't. That's a smart shoe. I have scaled Arthur Seton in Scotland twice
Really?
in platform Crocs. Yes, inebriated as well, and I've
Darn.
never had an injury. Yeah.
Valeria, she's a model, and she tells us that Russians don't smile. If you smile in Russia, someone will think you are insane.
If I was Russian, I'd be so annoyed at her. I'd be like, "Stop it!" It's like an
Stop
Australian going on,
perpetuating.
and
Yeah.
yeah, being like, "My kangaroo drove me here."
Totally.
Russians do not smile.
Russians do not smile. Mark is an ex-diplomat. He's good at negotiating, and he got someone out of jail in Bangkok. Work.
Yeah, good for you, Mark. I don't mind Mark.
Yeah, I'm actually low-key here for Mark. He got a lot of screen time this week. Him and Eden.
Yes.
They're like,
which
they're
made me
kind of
go,
like, I'm like, I see you,
gonna
Channel
happen?
10. The little then we meet some rebels. We meet Garrick, who this was so good. Channel 10, I love you for this. The loss prevention officer. Little intro package of him at the reject shop. And he informs us that even aeronautical engineers are prone to a little bit of shoplifting.
I know, he's caught doctors, he's caught lawyers. I love that. The great equalizer. If he wins rags to riches, that's what he's saying. That's what they're presenting us with.
I low-key have a little bit of a crush on Garrick. I'm not going to lie. He can handcuff me. Peter is a bar manager. She's got Gold Coast energy. I think she looks a little bit like Nat Bass.
She gives Nat Bass. Yeah. She's going into Australian musical theatre.
Yeah.
I think she is funny. She's a funny girl, Peter.
Someone on Twitter called her Bogan Bali Barbie.
Bogan Bali Barbie. That's
I was like,
checks out.
Accurate.
Yeah, they're not wrong.
And Kelly, who is the no bullshit psychologist, and she likes doing what she's not supposed to do.
I like doing what I'm not supposed to do. You only live once. She's great fun. Like, love her. I think I'd meet her and I'd be like, I fucking love you. Like, if she was my neighbor, I'd be like, yes.
Yeah.
I'd also be like, shut the fuck up, Kelly.
Yeah, I'd be like, turn it down, Kelly. She's like, it's like mum. It's like someone needs to put mum to bed. You know what I mean? Like, she's fun.
Yeah.
Have her at the party for a bit, and it's like, okay, mum, no, go to bed.
Yeah.
Please.
Yeah. Exactly.
Ferris has often been mistaken for a big dumb Arab from Western Sydney. His words. But he's a fucking genius.
Yeah, that's interesting. That's
Works
good
in HR.
self-branding.
He also says, this concerns me. He's like, I'm really because I work in HR. And I'm like, excuse me? That's not.
Yeah.
What? I don't want that as a HR rep.
No, aren't you supposed to be like empathetic and like good with relationships and clear? Like, you're manipulative. Jesus fucking Christ.
That he's not welcome back in that workplace anymore, I don't think.
No.
And he's here to finish King George's legacy off for Western Sydney, which I'm like,
now who is King George?
So King George is like iconic in the Australian Survivor universe.
Okay.
He's just a larger than life character, made a lot of big moves. He's got like the immunity idol tattooed on his chest now. And his whole character is like, he's into the Labor Party and he lives in Western Sydney. He's like Mr. Bankstown. Yeah. It's a vibe. He's good fun.
That's
George
fun.
is a good mate. And we also then meet Titan Nathan. So of course every year there's like a footy player guy. And this year we get Nathan. And he's really humble about it too, isn't he?
I hate men like this. They need to be put down. No offense, but I just don't think you should be living and walking around. That's the only problem I have. Just fuck off. Why are you like this?
Raymond, is that a video shop that he's in? I'm like, where did they find this video shop?
Yeah, sweet Raymond.
But he's a sweet angel. Raymond needs to be protected at all costs.
He does need to be protected. And by somebody who's not Kelly.
Oh, I know. And there's some troubling team dynamics that appear later on this week where I'm like, speaking of HR departments, like I feel like someone needs to step in and be like, come on,
Yeah.
guys, like give Raymond a
Yeah.
chance.
Yeah, give him a
Yeah.
fucking chance.
A
What, because
lot
you're
of
also
cool
fucking
kids.
cool?
Oh, I know, so much cool kid bullshit this week,
I was like,
but
you're on an island. You're embarrassing. Shush.
exactly.
Everyone can see everything you're doing. Stop being mean. Everyone's looking. You're on an island.
Exactly. We meet JLP. He introduces the theme of the season and introduces the Rebels and the Titans. I feel like it's well established at this point. And he asks Kelly, do Rebels like to break the rules? And she's like, yeah, life's a freaking party, man. Yeah.
Everyone laughs like it's the funniest joke they've heard in their life.
Yeah, and then cut to
And I
like
said,
day
"Oh,
3.
no."
And they're
Yeah,
like,
and they're furious.
fuck me.
But they're all just like, she's so funny. And I was like, oh, great,
Yeah.
a bunch of fucking dummies.
Oh
But
my
no,
God.
they,
imagine if
yeah.
she wins
Kelly,
like a
beautiful.
bottle of like Savvy B after a reward challenge. Like
Oh.
that's gonna be like fuel.
That's a dream.
Anyway.
I hope she does.
I hope she does. Then we get into a sort of reward challenge right off the bat, and they've got to kind of like grab big bits of wood. You know, it's game on moles right away.
Yeah.
The Titans look like they've got their shit together at the start, and then they kind of just like absolutely don't, which is great. And the Rebels win.
Which is such a surprise. The Titans are like, huh, and the Rebels
They had
are
like a strategy and
okay.
everything, and it just
Yeah.
was nothing. Yeah.
It just kind of doesn't work. Yeah. They're not good at challenges, which is so funny.
So the Rebels win fire, which, you know, you need fire straight off the bat.
Important.
Because,
Famously.
Because fire is life in this game.
Fire is life. Yeah.
We meet Rihanna. So, wow. Rihanna goes by Riri. I'm like,
Good.
you are a strong white woman and I am here for you.
Go for that.
Yep. Sarah is from Newcastle and she is a firefighter and she's a bit hot. Like, I'm kind of into Sarah. She's got like hippie energy. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And Scott, who's an art director at Mona. How cool.
I know. He's like, yeah, I'm an art director at Mona. I was like, shut up. Shut the fuck
like,
up.
I want to be your friend.
I know. It's so cool.
Then Kelly tells the audience that she's got this clever plan where she's going to keep her job as a psychologist from the group because, you know, that would be way too intimidating.
Yeah.
And what does she say? I work in mental health. It's like, great job. No one's ever going to suspect a thing, babe. Yeah.
Oh, God. Good for her. Very sweet. Well done.
Alex is like trying to take the lead. Alex is the like kind of hot maths teacher from Perth, and he's like trying to take the lead, but Kelly's just like so chaotic that it's not working.
Yeah.
And they're building the shelter and whatever. At Titans Camp, they also do some intros. All the fit people are like, I'm really fit. And I can only assume that the non-hotties are really smart.
Yeah. So funny. Oh, God.
And my favourite bit was when Eden says that he manages cinemas and it cuts to Nathan and Nathan's like, what? Like, literally, like, rolls his eyes.
But Eden is, so I know Eden.
You
Eden
do?
is, I know Eden. And I spent the entire first episode being like, who is this person? Because they were so out of context for me. I don't know him well, but I know his comedy group and I've seen them and I've been on bills with them and like, he's always been lovely.
Of course,
but his
he's in a comedy group.
Yes,
Oh,
Game
that's
Boys Comedy. Do you know them? Have you heard of them?
No, but I'm looking them up
they do
after
great
this.
shows. But what they do is it's definitely comedy for nerds and they do heaps of tech, like in-depth tech that I've always been like, those two boys are geniuses. And now I'm like, why are you like?
He definitely looks
okay,
familiar.
maybe
I mean,
cinemas.
you know, when you hang around,
you would have been in the same room with him.
I recken I would have seen him somewhere. Great. He's
Yeah,
really tall.
you would have.
He's always at the back of the
Sure.
group because he's like 7 foot tall.
Yeah, he's just sort of lanky boy.
We meet Caroline. She's a midwife. Cool. Winner has the best job. of the tribe. He eats food.
Yeah, he's a competitive eater.
Competitive eater. That bit's cool. We'll get to the TikTok thing later, but those are a little bit not great.
Yeah.
Again,
that's a
my
shame, isn't
faith
it?
in the next generation is very low, but
All you need to do is like 1,000 videos.
I know.
It feels like it's a quantity marketplace
Yeah.
over there.
Absolutely.
That's strange. It's strange.
And then we meet Eden, and this montage is so good. So they get him to wear like all of his like Star Wars t-shirts and like Jurassic Park t-shirts. And you just know he's really into like Quentin Tarantino and like a lot of other like male directors.
Yeah.
But he's a good guy. He's a funny guy. Frankie, we meet, and she's hot. Like that bod is ridiculous. I feel
Crazy.
like they walked into like Bondi CrossFit and they were like, does anyone want to be on Survivor? And she was like, sure.
Yeah. Yes, please.
Yes, please. She's tough. Nathan likes the big nerdy guy, Eden, and he wants to take Caroline to the end as well. So Nathan's kind of coming up with some strategy. Frankie and Nathan are now talking strategy together, and they're like, Mark's got to go. I'm like, oh, okay.
Which happens so fast.
So fast. It's good. It's so much better than like older seasons where they're just like, let's all be friends. And it's like, no. I want you backstabbing from day one.
Yeah. It's nice.
Rebels tribe on day 2, they wake up and Ferris is like, everyone is so annoying. I didn't get any sleep. He's like, I thought the food situation would be the hardest thing, but please slap me in my face if I say that again.
He's furious. And he says like that people are having like naughty sandwiches.
He tells us about the sandwiches, the spicy sandwich. Tobias and Sarah are a sandwich, and Alex and Peter. What do you think about this? Like, ballsy move, night 1.
So Alex apparently has a partner that he has been with. And it's like this woman, I mean, I don't know if they're open, but like she has said, it was like happy anniversary, and the anniversary date was apparently right. I am straight out of news.com on this.
Yeah.
But it was like, apparently right before news.com, allegedly, the anniversary was right before he went on Survivor, like right before. So I'm like, I'm sorry, what?
Now,
but I don't know.
Michelle, normally on this show, we are lucky to get one showmance, and it's like at the end of the season, and it's like a bit fake.
Yeah.
That this is like, all of my Christmases have come at once. Like, oh my God.
Yeah, I can't believe this.
But also targets on your backs from the start. Like, duh.
Yeah.
Stupid.
So stupid. So stupid.
Cuddling,
but sure, let's go.
And the 4 of them just kind of look like this sort of like the cast of Byron Bay's like season 2. They're very like
like
unwashed.
a nightmare polycule. Yeah. Just like, I don't want this. I don't want this.
Day 2 on Titans Beach, and Valeria is in the rain in her faux fur jacket, which is super cute.
Yeah.
Just sitting there. She says she's met the love of her life on the tribe, and it's Viola. And I'm like, immediately like, yes. Like, girl gang, I'm here for this already. Like, I already want those two to just like fucking get to the end.
Yeah, me too. It's nice. They're in the water. Yes.
Exactly.
Trusting each other. Being the girlies.
Just hot girls need to stick together. Yeah.
It's true. It's so important.
Mark and Winner can speak Thai together, they discover. So maybe they're going to like use that later on for like secret messages and stuff. I was like,
I think that's so smart. Yeah, I love that. I was like, okay. I wonder how many languages Mark speaks. Does he say?
Well, I don't know, but it just happens that he must have been stationed in Thailand. But I don't know, maybe he speaks
a
million languages. Maybe he's like Jennifer Garner in Alias and he just speaks every language.
Maybe he is like Jennifer Garner in Alias. Jennifer Garner in Alias. Oh, what a nice thought.
The immunity challenge is the wrecking ball one where they've got this huge big ball. They do this a lot because they want JLP to like make lots of ball jokes. It's very like it's
Okay,
like, oh, they're
right.
grabbing the big ball. We need to talk about the immunity idol this year. It's just like a trophy. I want them to win like different drinks in it. Like they could do like a fishbowl margarita in there one week.
Yes, they should
Like that
do
would be so
that. A
cute.
hard
Yeah,
solo.
I could get a different drink
Yes.
sponsor each week. Be so cute. And just
Yeah, they
little
should do
straws,
that.
and then they all stand around it and sip out of it.
Nom, 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 nom.
The Rebels win again, which is wild. And because the people
Yeah.
on the Titans tribe, like, you know, don't want to judge a book, but
They're
they're
big.
huge.
Yeah. They have like this big group of people, and you just are like, oh yeah,
They got big
you're
old
sorted,
Jaden
but-
that's like ginormous. Anyway,
yeah.
they lose that one. And Nathan's a little bit excited to go to tribal, which I'm like, don't get too excited,
Yeah.
mate.
No, do not get ahead of yourself, my friend. I know that high school was really great for you, but things are different.
different now. Jess. Now, Jess is so intense, and this is the beginning of the end for Jess. She starts with everyone. She's like, all right, everyone, class is in session. Where did we go wrong? How do we fix it? Blah, blah, blah. I'm like, have you seen this show before?
Yeah,
She's
don't do this.
wild.
But maybe she hasn't.
Yeah.
And also I haven't. But I was like, don't do that.
Don't do that.
Not that.
She's immediately on the chopping block, of course.
Yeah. silly
Frankie
girl.
and the V's are like, Jess wants a strong girl out. Fuck her. Let's get her out.
Yeah.
Nathan and Eden are working together, but Nathan wants him to just follow what Jaden and he do. And Eden's a bit like, nah, mate. Like, I'm a fan.
Yeah. Nathan's like, I know you. You're the like funny
Yeah.
guy who like follows me around at high school and you do what I say. So that's what you're going to do. And
Exactly.
Eden's like, I have a job.
So I like this, but he's sort of stringing Nathan along, which is a smart move, I think. So he's like, yeah, cool. I'll do what
It
you
is
want.
smart.
But it's like, nah, mate. Like, I'm actually running this shit.
Yeah.
Caroline and Eden and some of the other non-strongies are worried about the strongies. And it's kind of turning
Yes.
into Brains versus
Fair.
Brawn on the Titans tribe.
Yeah. Really fast. Yeah.
They are able to flip the conversation. Frankie and the V's get on side and Mark they flip the conversation onto Frankie with the V's and Mark on side. Frankie's like, I don't really trust anyone, but I'm hot, so I'm not going to get voted out first. Peace out.
Yeah, which I love. I love that vibe.
And they go. They get to tribal, and JLP's like, hey, Nathan, like, is this how you imagine the game started? And he's like, a wise man once said, it's not how you start the game, it's how you finish. Who said that?
And he's like, yeah, okay, cool. But also there's a Broadway song. Like the only time like that's the like, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. I was like, is that what you're talking about? Is that your
Yeah,
reference?
Nathan's really
Like a
into
favorite song?
musicals, can't you tell?
Ah,
Oh my
good on
god.
him.
He's like, we're in good spirits though, JLP. And JLP's like, well, you don't look like it. Are the Titans a Titanic
so
mess?
depressed.
And they're all like, oh.
Ugh.
I love him just trolling them hard at tribal. Like they're already like hungry and defeated.
Yeah.
And JLP's is like, I'm going to ask you the most annoying questions to just really batter you down. Frankie's like, we just need to find out what we're doing wrong and fix it. I'm like, that's what Jess said.
Yeah, she loves. Yeah.
Nathan goes, look, there's some impressive people here on the tribe and some people who like manage like 11 cinema locations across Victoria, you know, like just
What?
saying. Like he's so obvious with, he pretty much like reveals his alliances there.
Yeah, which is so dumb. He's a dummy.
And then JLP goes, so is it relationships or strength? What's more important? And Mark's like, I don't think it's a dichotomy. And then Bro's like, what's a dichotomy? What?
What's a
What's a
dichotomy?
Is that like the patriarchy?
That's really
He
good.
was funny. And I love that that's like doing the rounds now and everyone's like, haha. But then the vote is 8-4 on Frankie to Jess. So we say bye girl to Frankie, which is just like so good. Like
It's crazy.
blindside.
Such a strong player.
Such a strong player. I would have actually loved to see her play more because actually thought she was kind of cool.
Me
but
too.
like love that
Yeah,
it was
same.
unexpected straight away as a viewer.
And I love that it was one of the like cool kids. I love that it was one of the strong guys. It was like just going into the water when everyone is talking behind your back and just being like, I'm going for a swim.
Totally.
Like just no fear, no concern.
Absolutely.
That's on you. That's dumb.
Episode 2 is called The Invisible Hand, which we find out later is Mark and Eden's little invisible alliance behind the scenes.
Okay, boys. Oh, you've seen
The Invisible
so
Circle
many
Jerk.
movies.
At the Rebels tribe,
God.
Callie is like really uncomfortably hitting on Alex.
Yeah. Yeah, she's like talking about his like undies or something.
She's like, oh, you look great in those pink Speedos. And I was like, well, yeah, Kelly, I was thinking that too, but like, I'm not touching him.
Yeah, Jesus. And also, like, I don't know, how old do we think Kelly is?
Honestly,
like, I was just like, if this, reverse this. Let's
yeah,
like flip this.
Yeah.
Gender-wise, how comfortable are we with this?
I think people would freak.
I don't know.
People would riot.
People would fucking freak out. I would freak. I'd riot. I mean, it kind of makes me love Kelly more. So maybe,
Yeah.
hey,
I'm all for like a predatory
I'm
cougar.
misandrous.
Like, I'm going to be one day. So whatever. But like.
Oh, me too. I can't wait. God, how exciting. I can't wait till they present me with my leopard print jacket. And my red lips. I can't wait.
And like everyone just cannot wait to get rid of her. They're all like, ugh. Then we get the sexy intro, which is looking good, looking on point.
Yeah.
Nice work, Channel 10. Yeah. I love in Kelly's mind, she's like, everyone's been really responsive to my friendly chats. They cut to just her, just like sexual harassment. Then we get like the Bachelor moment with Tobias and Sarah. So it's like orchestral music starts. And Sarah's like, yeah, like he's got my vibe. Like we're really vibing. He looks like someone, you know, from Newcastle that I would vibe with. I'm like, fuck me.
From Newcastle. So specific. Yeah, he seems like Newcastle.
Seems like he could fit in. What? And we get her intro package where she's like, loves being a female fiery, which is actually really cool. She loves sticking it to the man.
Yeah,
I'm like, work. The two couples though, they're getting cliquey. It's not cool.
It's such a mistake. Why would you do this?
And poor Raymond.
Keep it a secret.
They do a bit of like doop 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 editing here with Raymond where he's just like trying to break a twig. And I'm like, this is mean.
Yeah. Bum, 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 bum. Everybody look at the idiot.
Yes.
Awful.
At the Titans tribe, Nathan is so sad that Frankie's gone. And then he's like, yeah, she was pretty hot.
I thought she was hot.
She got a boyfriend though.
Her boyfriend though.
Sad. Hate to see her go, but love to see her live.
Hot.
Yeah, I mean that was cute.
Yeah. I was glad that he thought that she was hot and that he admitted it because like I like, you know how sometimes men don't like muscly women, like that kind of man, but she was really muscly and he thought she was hot and I was like, I actually have more respect for you now.
True.
But I still,
I didn't think of it that way.
You're not my
You're
fave.
right. She's got like a better body than him. Like she's
way better body than him.
Hot.
Yeah. Yeah. She keeps
Mark
you
and
safe.
Eden want to run the show from behind and they tell us that they're the invisible hand.
It's giving Now You See Me Too.
Yeah.
It's like really like okay, bit of fun.
Good.
I love it.
It's great.
I love like that kind of like nerdy, just like
they're total underdogs. I'm into it. The reward challenge is so camp. It's like these tug of war boxes and like they have to pull it on each side. And whatever's inside
It
they
looks
win.
so bad.
Yeah, this one I was like, I
Yeah.
don't want to
And
do this.
And in some of them, like you may be about to get to this, but when they open it and it's bananas, and some of them are like, no.
The bananas was great. It was like, oh, cool. Bananas.
They worked so hard. They finally won. They're like,
And then the next group get like
okay.
s'mores. It's like,
yes, chocolate and marshmallows, and they lose their minds. And I was like, oh, bananas is better for you though, in the game. That's going to help you more.
And then the final one was the tarp, which they were all like frothing over because they've spent a night in the rain and they're like,
Yeah.
and the Titans win. And Eden gives us, "Are you not entertained?"
Yeah.
Which is what the episode probably should have been called. But
yeah,
and
it
you
should have
know,
been
Channel
called
10
that.
execs
That's
were just
true.
like frothing at a Gladiators reference after just cancelling
Yeah,
their
absolutely.
own reboot. Titans. Titans, Mark and Eden are working well together. Winner bites into a banana, and what does he find? An idol clue. And this is when we get his little intro package, and it's like they show some of the TikToks, and I'm like, all right, now I'm concerned about the future
Yeah,
of
it was a shame.
this planet.
They show some of the TikToks and then they show him eating.
Eating lots.
I was like, I have to go.
Oh, yeah, prank TikToks are not my vibe. But go off. And then he goes and picks up the idol the next day. He tells Big Boy with the veneers, I'm getting the
which is interesting.
I'm getting that idol. He goes and picks it up, which is cute. I thought maybe Jaden was gonna like full snake and go and get it in the middle of the night or something with the info.
I would have gone to get it. It's
because I was screaming at the TV like, don't tell
get
him. Like, don't tell anyone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't tell anyone. Never tell.
Immunity challenge is like the heavy baskets where they have to throw the coconuts in.
Yes.
And I was really shocked again here for another Rebels win because you've got the like biggest boy and someone that can deadlift 190 kilos, and they just like
the Titans are just running around in circles, like hitting themselves against the wall. I don't understand why they're not winning every single challenge.
And it was funny though when Kelly was throwing the coconuts, and they were like, Kelly, come back, and she's like, she like lost it. It's like, Mom, that bit was great. Like, you're not doing it.
I'm trying.
You know.
Very good. Very good.
So the depressed Titans do another group huddle before Tribal, and this time Caroline leads. She's like, she handled it much better than Jess did last week. She's a bit more chill. And Nathan's like, I don't want Frankie 2.0 happening where he goes home. He's like, I'm throwing out Eden's name because it's like full jock v nerd scenario.
Yeah.
Good move by Nathan, do you think? Like, is he just doing the obvious?
I think it's doing the obvious. I mean, I think it's a really easy. I just think I think it's obvious. I think it's like, sure.
Yeah.
Like, okay. I see why you're doing this.
His plan is to flip it on Jess, though, when Eden finds out, he's like, I'm flipping it. But watching Eden freak out was such good television. I was so happy. Like, that would have been me. I would have done exactly the same thing. If I heard a whisper of my name on like day 3, I'd be like, no way.
Just full panic. And the diplomat, what's his name? Mark? Mark? Yeah, Mark is just like, doesn't want to tell Eden because he knows he's going to freak out. He is a good diplomat, I think. Like, he's aware, but he's like, oh,
yeah, he was like, let's manage this. Let's
bag.
not tell Eden everything. But then someone does.
Managing him like a toddler.
Totally.
Which I love.
Their plan, though, is to split it with a Nathan vote as well in case of an idol. So that's like pretty smart gameplay early on.
Yeah.
Love the enthusiasm. They're all playing hard. At Tribal, Eden tells JLP that he's 1,000% less confident than last time. And it's like
1,000%.
ooh.
The nerds hurt my feelings, and I don't trust them anymore.
Yeah, Nathan's like, some of the boys didn't know what was happening last time. And it's like, oh, wonder why. And then Jess, oh, poor Jess, the academic. She really puts her foot in it here. She just goes off. She's like, someone's like, oh, was that your idea last week to Frankie? She's like, yeah. She's like, and this week I've put Eden's name up. And I'm like, what are you doing?
Why have you done this? So stupid. Really, really, really
poor
dumb.
baby. And then look, it's no surprise that everyone's like, well, there's tonight's vote, pretty much.
Yeah, everyone's like, oh, okay, cool.
Bye.
Like, it's so easy.
Yeah. The vote ends up
Goodbye, Jess.
6-4-1. So it's like 6 on Jess, 4 on Nathan, and 1 on Eden. So he was fine in the end, which is great.
Yeah, and that's pretty impressive to be like the first time you got brought up, not a single person went for you. You're doing quite well, Eden, actually.
Nathan's not impressed, though, because he got 4 votes. So it's like, ooh, but it's good. I'm liking seeing him get a bit pissed off.
Yeah, it's good. He needs his back up against the wall. Like, let's get some fire under there.
Exactly. In Jess's exit interview, though, like, we stan a self-aware queen. She's pretty much like, yeah, don't think this game was for me. but then she... And she's like, who betrayed me? And I'm like, you.
Who betrayed me? Everyone. You silly girl. Yeah.
Ep 3.
Some people are just bad at people.
Episode 3 is called The Cuddle Club, which is perfect. And the Cuddle Club, they are. So we start with Eden. He's not happy that he's like had one vote down, which is fair, but also still good. He tells us about the middle-aged mafia. So they
that gave me an existential crisis because I was like, how old is he? Like, what? Like, I feel like the 4 people that he's like, we're the middle-aged mafia, I was like, you seem to be 4 like different generations. Like, I was like, I don't think
it's
that's
Kitty and
right.
Caroline who like are legit middle-aged, and then like Mark and him I think aren't, but sure.
Like, they're like, what, 40? 40?
Yeah. 40 max. Yeah.
Like, how old could they possibly be?
Yeah.
I just don't think that you can be like, yeah, we're the middle-aged mafia, and be like, if I was Kelly, I'd be like, get absolutely fucked. I'm literally going through middle.
I think the producers came up with it. They were just like, hey, how about middle-aged mafia? Do you want to just like shop that one around, you know? Yeah, we'll workshop it.
Me, I would simply kill myself.
They love
imagine them being like, you're all the same.
They always have like a zingy alliance name on this show.
Love it.
At Rebels, Peter is like telling us that she's a wild child and she's got big hospo vibes and she works in bars and clubs. And they're calling their alliance the Funky Bunch, which I would actually prefer middle-aged mafia over Funky Bunch. Sorry.
Same. If someone said we're the Funky Bunch, I'd say, oh no, I have to pull out of this game. Like, I can't be in this. I can't be in the Funky Bunch. Fucking hell. Yuck.
Or was it, wait, were they calling themselves that, or were they calling Kelly and Raymond that? And it was a mean thing. I can't remember. It was like the Funky Bunch came up.
It is a good way to bully someone by calling them a Funky Bunch. That's actually really good bully. I don't know. I just heard it and I was like, what? Shut
up. Peter's really confident that they're going to get Kelly out because they're all just like sick of the noise.
Which is, I guess, fair, but like at least she's nice. Kelly's nice. And I think, honestly, easily manipulated, which is so funny.
And now finally we meet queen of this episode, Kirby, who is so good.
Yes.
I'm absolutely
She's great.
standing up for Kirby.
Smart.
She's been watching everyone since day one, and she's been sitting back and just taking it all in, and she can see that Peter is like pretty cocky, and she goes, it's not Love Island. Which I was like, yes. We get her intro package and we learn she's a footy coach, which is awesome.
AFLW. We love it.
Peter tells Kirby she's keen for Kirby to join the physical game majority because she wants to keep Kirby close. And Kirby's kind of like, yeah, cool, I will do that. But tells us that she's going to play in the middle somewhere, which I think is really smart gameplay. You don't want to like commit at the start, you know, because what if you commit with the wrong people?
No, it's crazy. Yeah. And then they call themselves the Funky Bunch. You're in trubs.
And the next thing you know, you're on the Channel 10 like Instagram account, and they've put the word they've made you into a shit meme.
There's a graphic.
We'll haunt you for life.
You can't do anything about it. Oh, yuck.
Oh, this was my favorite challenge, the reward challenge where they had to like climb out of the water cage. So fucked.
Oh, yeah.
So fucked.
Oh, my God. Brutal.
Yeah. Titans take it. Mark smashed it. I'm like, Titans take it.
Yeah.
I got to give a shout out to Eileen, though. She killed her round from the Rebels.
Somebody yelled, come on, Eileen. And I was like, we're not getting the song. We're not getting nothing from Channel 10. Okay, couldn't get the rights.
Exactly.
Okay.
So good. And then they win canned food, which was kind of funny.
Yeah.
They were all like, oh, womp, womp, womp.
I know. Like, someone got s'mores and now you have, like, Spam.
They're really trolling the Titans. Jaden wants the Spam, but he gets the peaches. And it's like, what?
Imagine being like, yuck, peaches. I want that Spam. Give me that Spam.
I thought surely there was just going to be an idol in one of those cans, but not to be.
Yeah.
That would have been cute. Like
Not
you
to
open it and you're like,
be.
it's just, like plays a special message or something.
That'd be so good.
Then over at Rebels, Peter and Alec find an idol at the well. And I'm like, what?
Did they just find it? They just simply stumble. She's like, I'm looking at rocks. Oh, hey, I looked at this rock. It's an idol. It's like,
right.
What?
And then I feel like that's the beginning of the end for them because they're like, oh, now we've got a bit of security and everyone can't stand Raymond and Kelly. So they're kind of thinking about maybe we should throw the challenge, you guys. Which is like, you fucking dum-dums.
It's so dumb. It's so fucking stupid. The entire episode, I'm like, you guys are being fucking stupid.
Great television, though.
And potentially you're cheating on your girlfriend.
True. Cheating at the game, cheating on your girlfriend. Heard it here first.
Yeah.
The immunity challenge. This was a really hard one to like throw as well because it was a puzzle and the fucking Titans were so shit at this puzzle. Like they've got it there and they're like, oh, I think it's good. And JLP's like, nah, there's one tiny little problem. And then
and they're staring at it for ages.
But it was so good. And then they like just win. And that was with the Rebels actively trying not to win. And they like just win. So it's like, wow.
I know. Madness. Yeah. So stupid. Why would you do that? Why would you throw? I don't understand being like, yeah,
I think later in the game it is a good strategy. If you're 100% like trusting of your alliance and you've got someone that needs to go for whatever reason and they're strong or whatever, like you could do it. But
now
it's now it's hard.
Not now, girl.
At the Rebels camp, it's like pre-tribal. And the couple's crew want to execute the Kelly plan, but chuck a few votes on Raymond in case of an idol. They're like, we got this, you guys. It's so cool. Funky bunch. Something's going on. But Garrick, you cannot buck with Garrick. He is a loss prevention officer.
No. He sees through everyone.
Yeah, and he smells a rat. And I'm just like, yes, Garrick. And he goes to Ferris and he's like, girl, This is what's going on. They talk to Kirby. Kirby's like, ooh, yeah. And they're down with it and they commence the plan. But the only thing that could ruin it is Hurricane Kelly.
Yeah.
And then we get some of the best method acting I've ever seen from Kelly. They're like, Kelly, act like you're going home, girl. And she's like, I'm just going to go. What does she do? I'm going to go meditate. I'm really stressed, everyone. I'm so sad. I'm going to go home.
Guys, how are you guys? I'm stressed.
Yeah,
how are you? Because I'm stressed. Yeah. Pardon? Yeah, I am a bit stressed. Oh, you didn't?
Thanks for asking. Yeah. It was great. It was so funny.
I love it when people do a little play like, for everybody else. Me?
I'm so stressed. And she's wearing Raymond's like gamer girlfriend's t-shirt. I was like, yes.
Hated it.
Peter is a little bit worried because she's like, shouldn't there be more scrambling going on right now? Like,
yes.
So, which was a correct hunch to have, Peter.
Yeah.
Follow
those instincts, ma'am.
And at this point, I'm loving Ferris as well. Like, he's excellent. I love that they all just kind of hate the Cuddle crew. Like the Cuddle crew think that they're like the hot, cool kids at school, and everyone is just like, those guys suck.
I'm like, shut up. Yeah, which is great. I love that that's happened in both tribes. That everyone's just like,
it's so good.
Yeah.
And then at Tribal, Alex is like, yeah, we're excited to be here. I'm on top. And Raymond is like, yeah, like most people on the tribe. And he's like, oh, I mean all. JLP's like, oh, you corrected there. What's that about? And then Kelly defends herself. I thought Alex was really rude to Kelly here. Did you clock this? Like, they're just talking, and then I can't remember what he said, but he's kind of like, nyeh, 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 to Kelly. And she's like, what? Like, no need to be mean. I know, I thought it was a bit like not uncalled for.
Yeah, I don't know about that guy.
Then Ferris gets a little bit loosey-lipped. And he's like, oh, he's got this big grin on his face. And JLP's like, you are smiling, mate. And he's like, oh, I'm always smiling. What are you talking about? And it's like, he gets so, I think he's excited to be on telly, this guy. His idol is King George. He wants to like play, into that. He wants to be a character on the show, make some bold moves.
Yeah, which is fun.
But also like, could fuck up your game at this point. They almost I reckon they were almost onto it and flipped it, but luckily they didn't.
They did not.
And it's a 3-3-6 vote with Peter getting sent home with an idol in her pocket on like day 3.
And Channel 10 goes, like, gets this great move where, like, they're sitting there waiting for the, like, does anyone have an idol? Everyone's silent for ages. And she moves.
That bit I was like,
retrieve the idol.
Yeah, she kind of, like, shuffles around. Yeah. She, like, slides her hand down to her pocket. It was great. Like, seriously.
Yeah,
I screamed a lot.
Can you hear? My dog is... Hey, doggies. My dog is barking in her sleep. Can you hear it? She's got like her tongue out, and she's sort of going.
Oh, my dog does that too. Isn't it?
If you hear that, she's dreaming about Survivor.
Dreaming about Survivor.
Dreaming about fighting an immunity idol.
Oh my god! And that was this week of Australian Survivor. What did you think?
Well, it's my first Survivor experience, so it's really interesting for me because I was also like, there is so much assumed knowledge in this that I had to Google whether or not I was like, does she have to say that she has an idol or will it protect her anyway? Because it's such an institution, they don't explain really what's going on, and like, I just had to check a few things and be like, wait, what?
Yeah, I wasn't sure
I was like, okay, that's
how
fun.
long she had to play it. Like sometimes they get them and it's like, you have to play this like tonight, or there's sometimes it comes with like a little notes, like caveats with it. But I think that one's just a
And do you
regular
think that's
one.
because producers are like, we love you, we've got big plans, and we want you to
100%.
stay?
Yeah.
Like in Traitors,
Oh,
like
yeah,
when
yeah,
they
yeah.
clearly were like furious that Diane had been killed, and they were like, fine, well, guess what, fuckos?
But Diane did have a state funeral, which was so fitting for a
So
queen.
important, so important,
Oh
so
my
good.
God.
The choir that sang.
Oh, the choir. Oh my God. What a wild ride. Hey, Michelle, thank you so much for joining me to talk about the first week
Thank
of
you for
Australian
having
Survivor.
me.
Where can our listeners find
Thank
you
you for introducing
online?
me. You can find me at Michelle Brasier, which is spelt, the Brasier part is spelled Brasier as a surprise. And I'm around.
Yeah,
I got
Yeah, what's
shows, I
coming
got
up?
things, I got a book. I just wrote a book.
You wrote a book?
You can pre-order my
Oh my
book.
God, how exciting.
Yeah. Yeah, it's called My Brother's Ashes Are in a Sandwich Bag. And you can see me on some TV shows, and you can Google me to find out which ones.
Good
Or
on me.
just watch the telly, and then you'll go, oh, that's that
there
girl.
she is.
And yeah, so that's it. Also, I have a podcast
Yes.
called Cultural Exchange,
Which is
with Daniel
so
Smith, and it is
good. I've missed Smitty's voice
Thank you.
and yours, and
Isn't he
it's
so
just
funny?
like
The reason I started this is because he's so funny.
it's very good.
Good. It should feel that way because it's obviously it's not as organized as your podcast or as any podcast in the world, but it is a chaos and it's fun. We talk about UK reality TV versus Australian reality TV, but we got very swept up in the Traitors, and we have
was
simply
so
only
good.
spoken
No,
about
but
the
it's
Traitors.
good. What shows are you going to
It
do
was
next?
so
Do you know
good.
what you're going to do?
Well, I was thinking about doing Fuckboy Island.
Oh, yeah.
But
we
I
did an
have-
episode of that. It's good.
Yeah,
It's really good
it's
to talk
good.
about. Yeah.
The thing is, like, I have some people who I know that work on the show.
Oh.
And so I just go, oh, like, I don't want to, like,
It's a good show, though.
yeah, maybe we'll do that. Maybe we'll do Fuckboy
It's actually
Island.
really good. Yeah.
It'd be really fun. But yeah, it's nice. It's really fun. I love it. And I love UK reality TV. The reason I wanted to do this show is because of that naked show where everyone gets in the tube. You know that show? Naked Attraction.
Obsessed. I love Naked Attraction. It's so
Just
good.
naked in a tube and British.
Do you know what you
Yuck.
should do that's starting soon is Celebrity Big Brother UK. That's always ends up in the tabloids. Like some crazy shit always goes down on that show that makes
David's
headlines.
dead.
Yeah, yes. You know, it's literally my favorite show of all time. It's coming back. I cannot wait. It's a lot. It's on like every day. So I don't know, you could just do like a weekly
Jesus
roundup or
Christ.
some shit.
Yeah. Oh, we need to go something Australian now.
Oh yeah.
But after that, we might go to that. Anyway, you should come on and talk about something.
I'd love to.
Whatever we're doing at the time. Anyway, a treat.
Okay,
Well, thank you so
darling.
much for having me.
Thank you for being here. I'll talk to you soon.
Talk to you soon. Bye.
And that's week 1 of Australian Survivor Titans vs Rebels. I'll, of course, be back next week with a special guest to recap week 2. And in the meantime, you can give us a follow on Instagram or Twitter and make sure you're subscribed in your podcast app. See you then.